The stakes are so high. The debate is going to be tense.
I thought we were going to try to get
Capital conversation.
Hi! Welcome to the pre-convention edition of Capital Conversation. I'm Todd Purdom.
And I'm Dee Dee Myers.
And we're here on our way to Denver, where the Democrats hope it will be happy days again when they meet for their national convention starting on Monday.
Hope springs eternal.
But before then, they've got some business to do. Namely, they've got to find a vice president. What's it going to be, Dee Dee? Who's it going to be?
I tell you, I thought it was going to be Joe Biden, but the conventional wisdom is shifting as the week goes on.
You may know by the time you
there's
see
a boomlet for
this
Evan Bayh.
who it is.
But yeah, what should happen, well, I don't know, the rumors could happen Friday, could happen Thursday, could happen Saturday. So it's pre-V.P. madness. And it's one of these situations where Barack Obama is going to tell everybody who his vice presidential choice is, but everybody's acting like if they don't find out before he's ready to announce it, the deal will be broken.
Okay, let's go down the list. What would Evan Bayh bring Obama?
Well, he's a two-term governor, and now he's in his second term as a United States Senator, so he has both domestic and economic experience as well as foreign policy experience. He's steady. He's been tested. He's been vetted.
He was for the war.
He was for the war, which, of course, is obviously a different position than Obama had, but he's since made some amends for that. I think he brings some strength in a red state that the Obama campaign would like to turn blue, and that's Indiana.
How about Governor Tim Kaine of Virginia, former missionary, Spanish-speaking,
Right.
Catholic governor of a blue state in presidential politics?
Right.
I mean, a red state in
He's a
presidential
change agent, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he brings some of the same themes to his campaigns as Obama has brought to this presidential campaign. He is also a governor who of a red state. I mean, it's traditionally been a red state. It's one that the Obama campaign hopes to turn blue. Obviously, the weakness in Tim Kaine's resume is that he doesn't have a lot of foreign policy experience. And given the Russian incursion into Georgia, I think the dynamic has shifted a little, and we've seen Tim Kaine stock.
And finally, Joe Biden, the senator from Little Delaware.
Right.
What would he bring?
Tremendous foreign policy experience. I mean, he's a respected voice on international issues on both sides of the aisle. He has relationships with both Republicans and Democrats in the Senate, with world leaders. He flew at the request of the Georgian president to Georgia a few days ago, was well received, came back with a plan for helping bail out the Georgians. So tremendous foreign policy experience and knowledge of the world. But what are his weaknesses?
Is there still any surprise that Obama could pull? Could he?
Sure, there's always a surprise.
Could he pick Hillary Clinton? Will he pick Hillary Clinton?
He could. Will he? I don't think so. There's really no reason to believe he wants to do that. But yeah, could he? Sure. Well, that would be a rockin' story.
Well, she's going to have a big role in the convention anyway.
She is.
When they get there on Monday, Michelle Obama's going to start on Monday night with
Right.
the speech. Then
And
Tuesday.
that's a high-profile position
Assignment for her,
right?
yeah.
Kicking off the convention. She's not the keynoter, but what will
She's-
people be looking for from her?
Well, she's drawn some controversy in this campaign because saying things like Barack's candidacy is the first time she was really proud of America. I don't think that's how she meant it to come out, but a lot of people have seized on her, tried to make her a figure of controversy. The Obama campaign thinks she's his best saleswoman and can be a good advocate for him.
And I think maybe a chance to reintroduce herself at the convention.
Yeah, and her girls and the family and the whole story of his life and her life.
And then Tuesday, is the anniversary of suffrage, the 88th anniversary of women's right to vote, and so that's the night that Hillary Clinton will be featured, as will a lot of other women.
Introduced by Chelsea, right?
Introduced by Chelsea. So I think that that will sort of be the theme of Tuesday nights.
In fact, almost everybody of the party's standard bearers in recent years, John
Right.
Kerry, Al Gore, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, they're all going to be there speaking. There's one prominent Democrat who's not going to be there. Who's that?
John Edwards.
Yeah.
Been a rough couple of weeks for John Edwards and his family. I don't think we've heard the end of the story surrounding his admission of an extramarital affair. The details continue to trickle out, but it did cost him his slot at the convention and any prospect of being included in an Obama administration.
And
Too bad.
Elizabeth Edwards, who might have had a speaking role at the
Right,
convention,
almost
also
certainly
staying
would have
home.
probably on Tuesday night on Women's Night. So that's you never know what's going to happen, and it is a Democratic convention. So the one thing I'm hoping for is that the balloons will actually fall out of the rafters, because
They never do.
if anyone's going to get the balloon stuck in the rafters, it's we Democrats.
Dee Dee and I will be at the convention in Denver, and we'll be blogging for VF.com, and we'll hope to have some Capital Conversation updates from the convention and maybe from the Vanity Fair Google party on the last night. So join us in Denver, and see you soon.
See you there.